Now to the US, where the tech giant Zoom has just ordered its staff back to the office. The company behind the video calling technology that became the tech tool of choice for millions of us during the pandemic has apparently seen its limitations. Zoom are now calling on staff to come to the office at least twice a week. At one point, they said staff would be able to work remotely indefinitely. So why the change? Well, let's see what Mark Ostwald can tell us about this, Chief Strategist at Investors ADM ISI. Good morning to you, Mark.
Good morning.
Coming to us via Zoom or some other form, I would imagine. Tell us more about this move. It's quite ironic, really, isn't it?
Oh, there is a big irony, but I think this is the big challenge with people adapting to more people working from home, that a lot of the things which are part of the office environment, which build up the morale within an office, which build up a certain team spirit, are lacking when once they're working remotely. And I think that is the biggest challenge. And Zoom, it is, of course, the sweetest of irony that there has to be Zoom, which everyone focuses in on. I don't think that they're definitely not the only company doing this at the moment. They're across many industries. But it is this challenge of also bringing in the younger generation, people who are new hires, the graduate schemes. They don't function as well when everyone's working from home because there isn't that natural, if one wants to say, banter.
How's your pattern, Mark? How's your pattern changed for you since the pandemic? Do you do a hybrid work scenario?
We do have a hybrid work scenario, and it works very well. But for everyone, there is a certain amount of challenge, and it is the fact that you're not seeing people every day. There isn't, if one wants to call it, the water cooler, the kitchen making coffee, things which sometimes a lot of things get done in the office that way, which
for
we're
Zoom,
struggling
though,
not to achieve.
Sorry to interrupt you, Mark, but for Zoom, though,
Yeah.
I mean, it has been under mounting pressure, hasn't it? Because, of course,
Yes.
everyone's caught up with Zoom since the pandemic. You've got companies like Microsoft upgrading all their video offerings. And if you look at Zoom as a company, its growth has slowed sharply, hasn't it, since the pandemic?
Yes, I mean, that's unsurprising. On the other hand, it also has grown itself in terms of, when it first came out, a lot of companies were loath to use it because of the security issues. Nowadays, actually, a lot of companies are adopting it, despite of that. Well, actually, because they've upgraded it. So I think for Zoom, it's basically where do they go from here? And I think they need to make a stronger effort to be more cohesive, to fend off the challenges from the likes of Microsoft, from the likes of Google, because they are actually quite immense. And because of those challenges right now, they need to be far more competitive, as we're seeing across the tech sector, all those layoffs last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark, thank you. We're going to have to let you go. Thank you so much for your thoughts on that. Really interesting. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear from you as well. Are you hybrid working? You more at home or in the office? Do get in touch.